Today, guys, I'm going to share with you how I created this card right here. I turned my Hippest Hippo into a hippo cow. So if you're interested in seeing that, please do stay tuned. Welcome, guys. For those of you who are new to my channel, my name is Claudette with MsPuff Creative Corner. So let's jump into today's project. So the latest rave is Celebration, and one of those raves is the Hippest Hippo stamp set. This is a free stamp set you could get during Celebration. It ends August 31st, 2022. If you shop in my online store with a minimum of $50 before tax and shipping, you could get this Hippest Hippo for free. It is also while supplies last. One of my favorite die set in the Celebration catalog is already all gone. And that set is the Tree Lot dies. And this is the set right here. I understand it's all gone. So this is one of my favorite, and I have a couple extra dies that I'm feeling a giveaway coming up, probably for the holidays. I'm not sure when I'll do that giveaway, but that giveaway would be for my subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well as the bell icon so you can be notified when I upload my latest videos. And I do give random giveaways throughout my videos. I'm trying not to announce when I give my giveaways. For those who actually tune into my channel would get preview to those giveaways. So let's jump into the project that I've created. And I saw a cute card made by, I think it's Simon Says Stamps, and you could create something similar with whatever you have in your stash. So I just used what I had in my stash, and the latest, everybody's turning these hippos into hippo cows, and that's what I went ahead and did. Okay, so let's jump into today's project. Okay, so I'm going to show you all that I use. So the Hippest Hippo stamp set, which is a Celebration item. You could get that as a bonus item for free. You could also get the Hippest Hippo dies, and that's also hippo dies. That is also with a minimum purchase of $50. So I use those dies. They have some new items that's included with the Celebration, and you could get this die here, and this die is dots and spots die. So a minimum purchase of $100 on my online store, you could get this free. So I use that to create my card. I also use the stamp set Sending Smiles. This is in our annual catalog. So the Sending Smile has the coordinating dies, and it's called Sending Dies. I use the sending word, and they have the outline to the back of it. I also use these two little dies here too as well. I incorporate our layering circle dies, and I use these two dies right here. And one is 3 inches and the other one is 2.5 inches approximately. So I use those two. And these hearts came from the Hippest Hippo dies. I use Calypso Coral is the color here that Stampin' Up calls it. These products is by Stampin' Up. And the circle, I use white cardstock as well as the Calypso Coral and the basic black. And the base of my card is white. And in the inside, this is where I put the two tags. So I also stamp a flower in here with the stem. So what I did is I went ahead and stamped out the Hippest Hippo. So I got two, one for the girl and one for the boy. So how we color those and turn those into cows. So you could use your markers, and you're just gonna trace out some spots and color them in, and I use black. So we have, by Stampin' Up, the Stampin' Right marker, and this is in black. You could use that. And what I use is a fine tip pen, and this is by Copic. And I use this here, and it's a 0.3 tip to go ahead and color my spots, outline my spots, I should say. Some of them I color with that, but I also like the alcohol marker, so I just use my Copic black marker to color the spots in. And then to color the tummy and the nose area, the face area, you could use the petal pink, the light and the dark, or you could use pale papaya. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and use the dark and light petal pink on this particular hippo, and we're going to go ahead and draw in some spots with the Copic liner, and then I'm just going to color it in with the black Copic alcohol marker. Okay, so with the green, I use one of our new in colors. It's called Dark Parakeet Party, to color in that little flower that she has in her hand. Now this one, I think I use the pale papaya on this one, so the colors are a little different. So now let's go ahead and put our card together. Now with the die cut, the outline sending, I cut out a couple of those so I could stack those up, and I did 3 of those. I have the word sending, I have my 2 circles, I got the larger tag in the Calypso Coral, and then the white cardstock in the smaller tag. Now for the base of our card, when you have your cardstock, I got the 8.5 by 11 cardstock, and you're going to cut it on the 8.5 side, and you're going to cut it down the middle at 4 1/4. So then you're going to have more of a portrait look instead of the landscape look. So now for our top layer, which is in the basic black, that's going to be measuring 5.5 by 4 1/4. And I'm going to go ahead, what we're going to do is go ahead and get that dots die. So what we're going to do is just get our die. We're going to go ahead and put it here on our cardstock. So I'm going to put it here, add some washi tape to it, and run it to my die cutting machine, and then I'll be right back. So we have this, and what I'm going to do, when you have intricate dies, we have a tool, and it's called Take Your Pick tool, and they have different pieces you could add to the end. So now this is a brush, so you could just brush, you see where the holes are, and you just brush to get those little dots out. Sometimes they get stuck in there. So I just brush, keeping my cardstock on there. That helps to get those little small pieces to come out, not only out of the cardstock, but also out of your die. And I had shown in one of my videos where I had did this with some glimmer paper, and I just saved the dots as little gems to add little gems to my cards or my projects in the future. I'm just slowly taking this off so it doesn't rip. So let's just clean that up. And now what we're going to do is go ahead and put our card together. When you're die cutting the word sending, make sure you get the dot for your eye, because that is so small and it's easy to lose. And also I got my 3 hearts that I die cut out from the Hippest Hippo dies, and I'm going to go ahead and just put this card here together. So with this one here, this is measuring 4 1/4 by 11, and you score it down the middle at 5 1/2. So I have my bone folder. I'm going to get that crease nice and tight. Then we're just going to add some glue to this. So I'm just going to take my arch tweezer, which I got from Amazon. I'm going to try to list that down in the description box below if you're interested in getting this. And we're just going to add some glue to the back of this. Then we'll go ahead and put our card together. Okay, I'm gonna just place my hippos where I would like them, or my hippo cows where I would like them to be, and then I'll go ahead and add some glue to that. I am also going to add some dimensionals to the back of my circle so I could pop that up too as well. I'm going to go ahead and add the outline for sending together. So I got 3 of those that I am just going to put together. And these are just scrap piece of paper I cut out the sending with. So I'm going to get my little tweezer, and I am going to go ahead and add the sending that's cut out in the Calypso coral to the top of this sending outline. And let's not forget the dot for our eye. Again, this is where that tweezer is going to work well for you. And it's also good to work on your silicone mat. So if there's any glue that comes off on your workstation, you could rub that right off when you're working with a silicone mat. So now we have those put together. So let's see, I'm just going to add this here without peeling the backing of the dimensionals, and I'm just going to add my sentiment down to the bottom. Let's see how I want that to lay, and that looks good right there. So I am just going to go ahead and add some glue to the back of this and adhere it to the base of my card. Okay, so I'm just going to pop off the backing of the dimensionals and add that to the base of my card. Next, I'm just going to put my hearts in that I cut out from the Hippest Hippo dies using my tweezer once again. And then I'm just going to, when I add my hearts, I'm just going to cover some of the circles. Okay, so next what I'm going to do is these little tag cutouts that I already pre-done. I am going to just stagger the white on top of the Calypso coral. I'm just going to add a little bit of glue down to the edge of that. Add it to the Calypso coral. And then I'm just going to go ahead and glue that here inside of my card. And this particular one, I'm not going to stamp in the inside of this, but I'm just going to take my bone folder and make this a little tight so it could close a little better. If you guys got any creative value from this, please go ahead and smash the like button down below. That'll be greatly appreciated. So this is the card that I created. This is the sample. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Thank you guys for tuning in. This is Claudette, and I'll catch you guys on my next video.